big news headlines this morning. Moody's came out with a sort of across the board sweeping, negative take on the banks, outright lowered credit ratings for a pretty good number of small and mid-sized banks. In addition, put a significant number of sizable banks on negative watch. And among those that were added to negative watch were three names that we have on our short side. So Capital One, Citizens Financial, and Ally. The bottom line here is that, well, first of all, Moody's flagged a lot of the same concerns that we have, basically that sort of rising cost backdrop is squeezing margins, obviously worsening regulatory capital regime, and of course, deteriorating credit. Their specific call out on the CRE office side, but sort of more broadly from our vantage point. And then, look, as we've talked about a lot, so again, just reiterate, what this is going to do. It's obviously going to amplify funding cost pressures, but more importantly, it's going to suppress loan growth dynamics.
Credit downgrades are real. I mean, they force behavior upon somebody that didn't want it, right? So, and you're right. There's a lead lag relationship between us and Moody's or Fitch, for that matter, where, there's also the endemic nature of Wall Street, old Wall Street, being to kind of say, now that Moody's knows and the risk is over, buy the stocks. I mean, what do you think about all that?
Well, look, so we sort of have to distinguish between two different things here, right? One is, are they late? And the answer is, of course. The other is, does it matter? And the answer is yes. And the reason it matters is because it is going to drive their funding costs higher. That's already a problem. So fundamentally, there is ultimately what arrests the dynamic here is the circuit breaker component that we've talked about, which is the Fed not just pausing, but in fact easing the condition set. And that is a long ways off into the future. So this is just going to further, worsen their position from a funding cost standpoint. So to shrug this off is very sort of like, I don't know, it's a little arrogant, because on the one hand, everybody knows this, they're sort of getting around to it on this tremendous lag. But on the other hand, it's not nothing. It does matter. And, it is, you can see it in the stocks this morning, but bigger picture, fundamentally, this is going to weigh on them further, right? I'm not saying this is this profound thing. What I am saying is that, you've got the camel, it's walking across the desert, and you just threw another straw on its back, right? So at a certain point, you're going to get enough straws up there that it's going to matter.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.